Hi again, guys and girls. Nothing special today. If you want to turn off, that's fine. I've just got to guess, and I think I mentioned in the other video the other day that I need a new camera bag, so couldn't find anything at the markets. So I'm heading off onto the mall now to go and check one out. As you can hear, sort of just beside me there, one of my videos, somebody mentioned don't forget about the noises from angle grinding. Yeah, well, there's an angle grinder about 6 doors down from where we live. But anyway, so on this video today, we did the 10 things I didn't like about Thailand. Well, yin and yang, the 10 things I like about Thailand, living as a foreigner, living in Thailand as a foreigner. Anyway, so join me if you want, and we'll cover those subjects. Yeah, so like I said, the 10 things I like about living in Thailand as a foreigner. And don't forget, these are the things that I particularly like. It's like, well, not like a definitive list that everybody should like. Like everybody has their own opinions on what makes Thailand good for them. Me, on the other hand, I just think that I like to share those two things. Yeah, look, the Big Mango forum group, I've just joined that to, hopefully link up with some more like-minded people. One comment that stuck out was, they said I'm going to fit right in because of my DGAF attitude. Yeah, guys, like really, I don't give a fuck. You don't like my videos, that's all well and good. I can't be bothered with it. I'm showing you what it's like in Thailand, one of the reasons why I came to Thailand. And I think one of the things that sticks out the best is the friendly people. There's just something about Thailand, like you're just looking at the street here, and this is just a typical community area in Thailand. Like as I said, just panning back around here, our house is just down there. Alright, and here's like our local 7-Eleven, so convenience, and like to be on my list as well, just the convenience of everything where you live. That's what I've got to go and get some money at the ATM. Like this one ATM, or two ATM machines on this one 7-Eleven. You just got to pan around here, like this, the main street itself. There's I think something like 20 ATM machines down that one street there. Just everything's convenient. It wasn't a number 1 or a number 10 on the list, but just the general convenience of everything in Thailand is pretty good too. Yeah, so like I said, there's the 7-Eleven there, just around the corner. Right next to that, massage, like 200 baht an hour for a general massage. Look, I don't know, I can't read the Thai, but there's special oils and stuff you can get. I've had a massage there a couple of times. But when you're stressed, it's so convenient. Everything in Thailand is just so convenient. Well, where we live, I'm sure if I'm living out in the rural areas of Thailand, it'd be a different case. Now I got to get down to the main road. Now I can walk, but here's the motorcycle taxis. They'll take me down, no problem. 10 baht. Yeah, so it's just really just easy to get around. Like this, as I said, is not very like everywhere in Thailand, and I don't look to be it being a positive thing. I just, but for 11 years I've been coming here, it's 12 years I've been coming here. It's just the easiness of life. Just looking around. We had some rain this morning, first time it rained in about 5 weeks. So there's a few big puddles on the ground, which means trying not to get my thongs wet. So I got to get on a taxi, so the taxi riders just stop me here. I go to the main street, look down the main street here, and maybe within 60 seconds a taxi will come along. They're going a lot of So the second thing on my list, I put it Thai food. Well, like when in Australia we call it, Thai food. We're in Thailand. This is just food. You never get bored with the food around here, I tell you. Anyway, I'm going to get in the taxi. Yes, what was I saying? Thai food. Well, the number 3 on my list was, well, Thai food. You just got to live in Thailand, but number 3 on the list was the weather. Now, actually, some people find this is not pleasant in Thailand. Me, on the other hand, I've always loved hot weather. In Australia, we had, or in Sydney, we would have temperatures going down to 0 degrees in the winter. And up to mid-40s in the summer. Yeah, I love summertime. I didn't like the mid-40s, but here in Thailand, the weather's okay. It might get down to in the cold months, may get as low as I think December we had 1 or 2 days at 19 degrees Celsius overnight. And we're coming up to the hot season now, and we will get be pushing the mercury at maybe 42 in the middle of the day. It's just a better sort of climate for me. Yeah, so here we are at the mall again now, and as you can see, I mentioned the BTS. That's the BTS end of the line BTS on Petkasem Road now. It will shoot up that way another 5 or 10 kilometres, I believe. I'm not quite sure how far it actually goes up. I haven't actually found a long-term map yet. And so here we are at the mall outside. There's a Fitness First. Yeah, there's the amusement park at the top there as well. I don't know if you can see it from here. Not very well anyway. But anyway, I'm going to go inside. So as I said, what we're here for today is I'm looking for a camera bag. I'm also still looking for some lighting for my green screen internal work that I'll be doing at some stage, which will be part of a new series. What else is there? Yeah, so I was up to number 6, I think, on the whole discussion thing. It was that was the next thing I was going to talk about was Buddhism. It is the general religion of the country, even though we've got Burma to our west, and to our south we've got Malaysia, which are predominantly Muslim sort of countries. Well, I think Burma's actually sort of split 50-50 sort of between Muslim and Buddhism. But of course, Malaysia is predominantly predominantly Muslim. But the one thing about Thailand is the whole thing about the Buddhist religion. That I think it just everything you do, everything that life is all about here in Thailand. Just the general attitude, the whole fear of karma coming back and kicking you in the arse. It really just shows in everyday life. We have a lovely girl in behind this is the ground floor camera shop in the mall. And I'm just looking at this bag here. How much is this one? Taro? Just look this one up. So I have the SLR and I've got 2 lenses and the 2 extra lenses and the flash unit. So this one here is a compartment. It's got a compartment there for, I guess it's got a waterproof bag, a big enough compartment there for the telephoto lens. I've got a wide angle and a normal. It's generally got all the right compartments that I'm going to need, and she wants 3,490 for that one. That's actually not too bad. It's a convenient size. It's about equivalent to what I've got as a backpack, and it's got a shoulder strap as well, so it's actually not too bad whatsoever. So that one's a definite lower prod. But there's 3 camera stores here, so I want to look around and get the best thing. So that one there is definitely a sort of a 90% chance. Yes, I was up to, on my list, number 6, wasn't it? So I did the Buddhism. Yeah, I think I already mentioned this. The general cost of living. Now, I'm not going to say the cost of living is cheaper than Thailand, right? Because everything is relative. And it's relative to the lifestyle you are leading in one place versus another. And I'll continue this just past the speakers again because it's getting drowned out. Yeah, so the general cost of living is, as I said, it's a relative cost of living. I really sort of compare it to my life and my lifestyle in Australia, right, as a single guy over the last, 10 years since, 8 years since the divorce, to the general lifestyle that we have here in Thailand, right, the better food, the better quality of life for two people. So as a single guy, not including my mortgage, and the extras, just the general cost of living, just living in Australia, right, I was spending $3,000 a month, right. That was because of the fact that I did a few things, you got your electricity, your insurances, your general sort of cost of living, food, and all the other sundry bits and pieces that you would be involved in versus over here, right. So as a single guy, I was spending more to living in Thailand, doing more, enjoying my life more, eating better, well actually eating way too much, that's completely another story altogether. And it's for two people, I'm not even spending my budget of $2,500 a month. Here's another one I found as well. This one here has got the camera goes in here, and the camera can be easily mounted with the telephoto lens, and again it's got 2 compartments for lenses as well. So again, it would suit all my lenses when the camera when the lenses are mounted. Plus a few electro hidey holes. It's an interesting shape. In that we've got a waterproof bag as well, which will come in handy. And the price listed here is 990 baht. It's a sort of a triangular shape, and it's like it's a sling over the shoulder style design, which would be quite handy as well. Very positive on that one, and the price is really just right. Getting back to my list, number 6 was everybody generally looks happier. It's just something that it's not tangible. Everywhere you go, there's just people smiling. I remember like when I was in Australia, you'd go to work every day. Okay, so relative like when I'm out and about in Australia, it would be sort of between, like the commuting hours of 8 o'clock in the morning and, 6 o'clock at night. Everybody just had a frown on their face, of course, I'm out and about in the shopping hours or on the weekends or wherever. But everywhere you go, people just generally look happier in their every day-to-day life. It's just something about Thailand that most people never really make a conscious or have a conscious discussion about. They just really seem to be happier everywhere you go. So number 7 was, I think it's family first. This is the next thing that really seems to be, in my mind, quite evident. Family looks after family. And it's so much a very Thai thing that really makes living here, and people have commented on my channels, like how do you put up with living with your mother or Sonia's mother? I really have no problem with it. Oh, and of course number 8, I think I actually had this thing as a negative as well. 5'9". And here's me, I'm 5'9", and in Australia that's sort of what you might consider to be an average height. You just run in the crowd, but over here in Thailand, 5'9", you're generally one of the tallest people here, and that's also a positive. You stand out from the crowd, you can see above everybody else, you can see what's going on around you. I always find that quite a bit of a spin on general life, and it's something that I've noticed, and I really find it quite enjoyable. The internet speeds over here, it's absolutely amazing. Like I have to say, being an internet junkie, living on the internet most of my life, it's just something that really has stood out as being a very positive aspect of Thai life for me. So number 10 was I'm with my girl. Well, it should have been number 1, shouldn't it? But it's just one of those things that was the reason I moved to Thailand, is to be with her, because she didn't like Australia. And quite frankly, I don't like Australia much either. But anyway, guys, going to wrap this one up now. Sorry Shonja's not with us, like it is a Monday. We're off to Sukhothai this weekend. That's obviously the reason for the one in the camera bag, so I can take my camera gear. I will not be taking my laptop with me. This video, I'm not quite sure when this one will be released, whether it'll be Thursday or Sunday. I might skip a Tuesday, skip the Tuesday release I've been doing for this month. So I've got a video in the can already. I've got this video coming out, so this might be next Sunday's video, and then again it could be Thursday's video. Depends on what we're planning to do before we lead up to Sukhothai's visit. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get a couple of days up in Sukhothai, maybe go and check out a few historical sites. I also want to look out the lay of the land where Mother lives. I meant lay of land where Mother's land is, and just seeing how close it is to the city, getting some valuations on fibre connection to that location to make sure that like building a house there is going to suit my needs. Supposedly, we've done some rough estimates. I can build a house on her land, 3 to 4 bedrooms with all, with the kitchen and the living room and everything else, for about $1 million baht. So what's that? $40,000. Seriously, can you do that in Australia? Right? Okay, it's not in Bangkok. It's actually sort of sitting midway between Bangkok and Chiang Mai. It is the old historical. What do you call it? The old historical capital of Siam or Thailand. I've been up there a few times. We've got farming up there. I don't know if you've seen Graham Breyer's channel. He's up in the north part of Thailand, but he lives life off the land as farming. Of course, we won't be farming, but that's the sort of lifestyle we'll have up there. But we'll have a nice, 3 to 4 bedroom house with air conditioning and high-speed internet. And yeah, look, I might be inclined to go and help out on the farm. I've been up there a few times. They do tobacco farming when I've been up there in the Mother's location. I'm not sure if that was Mother's plot of land house there. I know she goes up there. That might have been her mother's house, but I don't know all those ins and outs yet. But hopefully this trip this weekend will hopefully fill in some of those blanks for you guys. Give you a bit of a longer term picture, where we'll go, how long it take to build a house, all that sort of stuff. So keep an eye out for that video next week when I get back. Hopefully we'll be back next Monday, so that might be a Tuesday or a Thursday release, depending on how many videos I get in the can, and take it from there. Anyway guys, we'll catch you later, see you later, and bye bye, or boy from Thailand.